everyone, so today I'm gonna talk to you about all the things you should know before moving into Hong Kong, or at least all the things I wish I had known before moving to Hong Kong, because I was in an exchange student last semester in Hong Kong, and yeah, even if I did some research, there is something I really wish I had known, so here they are. The first thing is the price of the rent, and boy, that's expensive. Actually, Hong Kong is the city with the more expensive rent in the world. Like for example, for 15 square meters, which is around 150 square feet, I paid like 1,000 euros, which is like $1,200, something like that, I think. And yeah, that's really expensive, and I didn't even have a kitchen in my room. There is a common kitchen for the whole residence, and that's a really normal price in Hong Kong. Like, rent is so expensive. So please, before decided to go to Hong Kong, research the price of the rent to be sure you can offer it, actually, because I was quite surprised with the price. It's so expensive. The second thing I wish I had known about Hong Kong is that it can be quite dirty, especially the water falling from AC. I know it sounds quite stupid, but in all the really dense area like Hong Kong, if you go to the street, you will have dirty water falling from all the AC on your head, on you, and you will sorry, I hate that. And yeah, street can be dirty, apartment can be dirty. Like, there were a mice problem in my residence, and the renter didn't care at all. We just kept the mice during 6 months, and yeah, it can be quite dirty. Not everywhere, of course. I'm not saying it's a dirty place, but be aware it can be dirty, and be aware of the AC water problem. I hated that so much.
Oh shit, the sun is running out.
It's quite easy to avoid all this AC water situation, because you will see like puddle on the floor, and whenever you see a puddle on the floor in Hong Kong, just avoid it, because you will just have dirty water from AC falling on your head. The third thing I wish I had known is about the food and the price of the food, because if you want to eat local, it will be pretty cheap. Like, I ate for maybe 20-25 euros per week, which is like $30 per week, because I ate local food. But if you want to eat some European Western food, it will be so expensive. Like, for pizza, a pizza is the most expensive thing I see in Hong Kong. It's like $20 for a pizza, and not a really fancy pizza like a Pizza Hut or Domino's pizza. So yeah, if you want to eat cheap, eat local, and don't try to eat European food, because they are super expensive and they are imported, so that's not really good for the environment. But be ready to spend a lot of money on food if you want to eat Western food. Or eat local, it's really good. You have so many amazing food in Hong Kong. Like, you have dim sum, you have all the barbecue situation, like barbecue pork, barbecue duck, and everything. Just the local food is so amazing. Don't spend your money on pizza, which wouldn't be that good actually. It will be quite bad and super expensive. Point number 4 is about the people, because people in Hong Kong can seem really rude because they have a different culture, but they are really nice. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved Hong Kong people, but they can seem rude. For example, they can bump into you in the street without apologizing, because, I don't know, they don't care about apologizing. They can spit out like really 2 centimeters away from you in the street, just spit out on you, thing like that. And yeah, it can be quite weird at the beginning. But yeah, just the culture is different. It's normal for them to spit out on their plate in the restaurant. Like, when they eat duck feet, they just spit out the bones on their plate just near you in the restaurant. And yeah, it disgusts me a little bit, but it's normal, it's their culture, and you have to adapt because you're there. Like, for example, in the classroom, local students were just sniffing so loudly, like during the whole class, and it was horrible. I was like, just take a tissue, here, a tissue, please stop. But yeah, it's just their culture, so be prepared to adapt because you're in their country and you have to follow their rules. They aren't dirty or nothing like that, it's just that they aren't with the same rules and the same, yeah, it's just different. Point number 5 is the weather. I knew it was hot in Hong Kong and really humid, but I wasn't prepared for it because it's not just hot, it's hot, like hot, hot, hot. You can be pretty in Hong Kong, at least during the summer months, because if you put like pretty dress, pretty makeup and everything, you just go out and in 2 seconds you're sweating like this, you're oily, you're everything wrong and you're just ugly. So yeah, don't try to be pretty in Hong Kong with the weather. It's impossible, at least during the summer and during the rain season. It's during the end of the summer, the rain season, like during August and during September, and it's just raining the whole day forever, and the hair is so humid because of all this rain. So don't try to be pretty and be prepared and buy a raincoat. You need a raincoat in Hong Kong, at least during the rain season. But the weather is quite nice, like even in winter it's warm, so don't bother to keep really warm clothes in Hong Kong. Just bring shirts and a little jacket and it will be okay. Point number 6 is about the pollution. Air can be really, really polluted in Hong Kong, like in most big Asian city. And just be prepared for it. If you have like breathing problem, bring your medicine, bring some mask or thing to protect you, because yeah, it can be really polluted at the point that you can't actually see the top of the building because of all the smog in the air. So yeah, be prepared for it, and especially when it's super hot, like 40 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know how many in Fahrenheit, put it here, but yeah, when it's super hot, super humid, super polluted, boy, it's hard to be outside. You just stay in your room with the AC, and yeah, that's why there is so many dirt falling from the AC in the street, because everyone has always AC on because of the weather. So yeah, be ready for the pollution and for the weather and for all that. Point number 7 is about the noise, because Hong Kong is a super noisy city. Like, cars are making a lot of noise, people are making a lot of noise, AC are making a lot of noise. Like in my own room, the AC was super loud, so I had to wear some...
How do you say it? Shit. Google Translate.
That's earplugs. I had to wear earplugs during the night because my AC was really loud, because the streets were really loud and everything, so I couldn't sleep without it. And yeah, there is really a lot of noise in Hong Kong and it can be really exhausting, but because you're used to it, you don't really realize you're exhausted. But for example, I went for a weekend in Taiwan, and when I arrived in my hotel room in Taiwan, I just realized there was no sounds, and I was like, oh my god, silence, yes, finally. And yeah, it was a really, really peaceful weekend, and it made me a lot of good to have some calm in Taiwan. So yeah, there is a lot of noise in Hong Kong because it's normal. It's a really big city, it's normal to have that much noise, but yeah, be prepared for it. And point number 8, be ready to live an amazing experience. I point out a lot of negative points in this video about Hong Kong, but don't get me wrong, I love Hong Kong. It was an amazing experience. You will see so many different things, so many beautiful places. Be ready to hike. There is so many beautiful hike in Hong Kong, like Dragon Back, like Suicide Hike, the hike around the peak, which, not the hike, but be ready to go to the peak. It's just an amazing view with all the building, with the skyline of Hong Kong. Yeah, be ready for the skyline of Hong Kong. It's so pretty. Hong Kong is so pretty. It's an amazing city with amazing people, amazing food, amazing place. So yeah, you will live your best life in Hong Kong. Be ready for it. And don't just stay in the center of Hong Kong. Go to the new territory. There is so many things to see there, because Hong Kong isn't only the building. Hong Kong is also a lot of nature and a lot of hike which are in the new territory. So yeah, be ready to go there. Hong Kong is amazing. You will love it if you're prepared for everything, like the noise, the weather, the food, the people. Just be ready, know where you go, and you will live an amazing experience. I forgot to mention the political situation in Hong Kong. As you may know, Hong Kong will be soon part of China, and a lot of Hong Kongers aren't for it and are demanding independence. So if you go to Hong Kong, be aware of that, because there can be some protests in the street, some confrontation with the police. So if you see that, just go in a different direction, don't stay there. When I was in Hong Kong, there have been quite a lot of strikes, quite a lot of police raid into the universities. So yeah, if you go to Hong Kong, please read about the political situation to understand more what the local people are living and what are their fights and what is their life. But don't worry, even with the political situation, you can still enjoy Hong Kong. It is still a really safe place for tourism. So yeah, don't worry, but I just want to point that out. Don't go to Hong Kong without knowing how the life of the people are right now. So yeah, that's it. I hope you will like your trip to Hong Kong if you go there, and if you were just here for information, I hope it was informative for you, and I see you in my next video.